Hello everyone, I'm Ep54,
And I am Sandman99.
and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition with Winter Frost.
Yes, and I'll bet you're wondering where we are.
I am wondering where we are.
Yes, because you missed the last episode because you were too busy with your personal life.
Yeah, sorry about that.
And so basically we followed Serana's quest that she had been given by the priestess of Dibella.
Okay.
And we had to come out here to Anselvund and, basically complete a challenge. And then we had some dialogue with Serana afterwards where she learned stuff, because Anselvund was actually being run by a necromancer who had lost her husband in the war and then went crazy.
Ah, I see.
And so, there was apparently some kind of lesson to be learned from that and all that kind of stuff, right?
I see.
Yeah. So, anyway. Oh, I guess we were standing closer to the fire, so we got warm. So now we have to go back to meet with Alam in Whiterun again, just to finish that up. Now, of course, there was some pretty tough fights in here. Actually, I nearly got killed once. And then now I have to recharge my bow. But I also got an interesting item, because this was also the tomb where the Horland and Fiore or something.
Ah,
I
right.
never hesitate to share anything
There were two
with you.
ghosts that were being held, sort of imprisoned by the necromancer.
right.
And of course, there was part of the lesson was to be learned by them too, because they appeared and thanked us for freeing them, and then they gave me this item, which is a ghost blade.
Ah,
Yeah, and it weighs next to nothing, and it does 3 points of extra damage that ignores armor. And I'm not sure if you can temper it on a grinding wheel or not, or even what kind of material you would use to temper it if you can. But I guess maybe I'll check it out and find out.
well, I suppose if you can't upgrade it, then that would be a prime candidate for a modded weapon.
Whoop.
Ghost Blade does 45 points of damage ignoring armor. Just to make it a little more useful.
Yeah, really, eh? Well, the thing is, 45 points of damage is, it's okay.
But being able to ignore armor would be a bigger thing. Although there's not very many enemies in Skyrim that actually wear all that much heavy armor, right?
That's true. A lot of them are not actually all that terribly heavily armored. See, even my Daedric dagger does 75 points of damage, right?
Yep.
Because I've got it smithed up to legendary.
Yep. Yeah, it's not like Oblivion, where by this level everybody's running around in Daedric and glass,
Yeah.
and you actually need the armor penetration.
Yeah, you still have a lot of bandits wearing fur and leather and iron and that kind of thing.
And not even full sets of armor, too.
And not even full sets, no full match sets of armor anyway. I guess they treated the arms race slightly differently in this game than they
Yeah, well,
did
the
in
way
Oblivion.
that this game is balanced compared to Oblivion is, in Oblivion, basically, and it's not exactly true because NPCs technically have their own separate classes with their own separate abilities and stat distributions, but the way that enemies level up to you in Oblivion is almost the same as the way the player levels up. Like, things scale similarly in that regard, whereas in Skyrim, everything is very low armor, and then everything has sky-high hit points.
Yeah.
So, like, your Housecarls have sky-high hit points compared to you. Bandits have sky-high hit points compared to you. Draugr have sky-high hit points compared to you. Everybody's walking around with, like, 1,000 hit points by this time, and you still have, like, whatever you have, right? In fact, Lydia might even have, like, more hit points than that now.
Well, you know what? When I'm playing this game on legendary difficulty, I feel like I'm constantly as one of our viewers put it in another series that he's watching, my characters are constantly punching above their weight class.
Yeah.
Were you looking for me?
It's because everybody is actually physically tougher than you, it's just you have better equipment than them. That's basically what it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Whereas in Oblivion, it wasn't really the case, because technically everything was balanced to your level at all times, because everything leveled up with you.
Yeah.
Now, it was possible in Oblivion to level yourself up to the point where you can actually harm yourself that way, because everybody levels up at a fixed rate with you. They're always the same level as you, and they always have, like, hit points to match their level, but if you level yourself up in such a way that you don't gain a lot of hit points, or that you aren't very physically tough, then they're going to be able to outmatch you on attribute points.
Yeah.
Even if they're not outmatching you in terms of raw statistics.
Yeah, well, for me, playing Oblivion, I've always found that the best road to success in Oblivion, at least to start off with, is weapon and shield. Like, get dirty, use the shield to reduce incoming damage as much as you can, and hit them back with your sword or mace or whatever it is that you like to use, right?
Yeah, well, and the main reason, too...
And that way, at least you gain physical attributes, you gain lots of hit points when you level up and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then later on, like in our Oblivion playthrough that we did a year or two ago on this channel, I experimented with expanding outward to using touch-based magic.
Yeah.
So I would use my shield to protect myself and then use touch-based magic as a weapon instead of a sword or a mace or axe or whatever, right?
Yeah, I do the same thing. But the thing about that, too, is Oblivion also comes out of a tradition where, not all character classes are necessarily good at combat. The idea being that, there's more to that kind of RPG than just the combat, even though the combat is a big thing. Right? So, for example, you could have classes in prior Elder Scrolls games that really didn't have much in the way of combat skills at all, like their entire primary focus was other skills. Right?
Yeah.
And you could beat the game that way too, but the combat parts would obviously be harder for you, but then you also might have other play options available to you if you wanted to play that way. Although, obviously, in these games, the dungeon delving really tends to be a big part of it.
Yeah.
So, it's a double-edged sword, right?
One of the things that I really liked about Oblivion was that I could cast magic and still have a weapon equipped.
And a two-handed weapon at that.
Yeah, well, or weapon and shield, whatever, because I preferred weapon and shield over two-handed weapons.
Yep.
Simply because of the additional armor and, the ability to reduce incoming damage somewhat. Right?
Well, see, I actually want to show some of that off because, you see, I'm really, really good at the whole weapon and armor combat thing, but I actually didn't get to demonstrate everything that I could possibly do in our first Oblivion playthrough because the Oblivion on vanilla difficulty actually just isn't difficult enough to utilize the full bag of tricks, right?
Yeah.
And so some of the things I had thought about doing was maybe going back and doing another Oblivion playthrough with the difficulty slider maxed out. And showing off what you can do in that kind of context, with that kind of situation with a melee combat-focused character.
Ooh, I'm not sure I'd like that.
No?
I don't think I'd want to play that because I found the game to be plenty difficult enough, just at the normal level, right?
Yeah, well, you have to do some pretty extreme things in order to actually be able to play on the so like the technique I taught you one time where you can block an attack and then swing twice and get 2 free hits and then block an attack and swing twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's more like you block an attack and then you start half circling around your enemy's shield side and whacking them like 5 or 6 times while they try to turn to block you.
Yeah.
Right, you have to start doing things like that because you physically don't do enough damage now to be able to outmatch them even if you block every single attack.
Well, another thing that becomes extremely difficult in that game too, even on normal difficulty level, is when you're faced with 2 or 3 or more opponents at the same time. And they can all stand side by side and they can all, hit you.
Yep.
And you can't block all the incoming attacks, and you can't maneuver to avoid all the incoming attacks either.
Yeah. Well,
And so that's actually why I sort of expanded to the area effect touch-based spells, right? Like particularly, like the absorb health spells.
mm-hmm.
Because I found that those were extremely effective at stealing my enemy's health. And if I made it so that if I hit one enemy with it, it would affect every enemy within a short distance, then, hey, look at that. I just one-shotted a werewolf from ambush with my bow. But anyway, like I was saying, if I, manage to drain health from multiple enemies at the same time, well, it would really help me to stay, to be able to handle that type of situation, right?
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking to maybe do it just like a one-off kind of thing, because even to this day, people still bitch and complain about the combat in Oblivion as like the pillow fight style combat.
Yeah.
Where you swing and swing and swing, but there's actually a lot of depth that you can do with it, with just the basic movement and maneuvering. And so I figure, like, playing on a harder difficulty would kind of force you to showcase that. Or rather, it would force me to showcase that.
Yeah.
Well, they drop pretty easily for you now.
Well, I do have 99 archery, right? I just hit 99 there during this battle.
Might want to loot some arrows back, though. You're on your last silvered arrow.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to get one from him. Got one there. Got another one there.
Wasn't there another werewolf over here?
Yeah, there was one that I one-shotted from ambush here, right? But I don't get that arrow back. I guess I didn't pick that archery perk yet, where I can recover arrows, right? Because that one, I think you might know of this one, because it's probably in the vanilla perk tree as well.
I probably don't, because I've never gone down the archery skill tree in vanilla.
It's called Hunter's Discipline, right? Where you can recover more arrows or bolts.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never gone down the archery thing at all. I've never done the stealth archery thing at all. The most I usually use archery for is, like, say there's an enemy walking around, I'll shoot the wall behind him so that he'll turn around and face the wall. And then I'll walk up to him from behind and hit him with my sword.
Yeah. Yeah, arrows, it's sort of like throwing the pebble, right?
That's right.
You hide in the shadows and you throw the pebble to distract the guards.
Yeah, and then I walk up behind him and I kill him.
Yeah. Whereas, like I found that the bow is a perfectly good instrument for killing your enemies too, right? Like, you don't necessarily have to just, use it as a secondary.
No, it's basically
tactic.
just my strong player preference bias towards melee combat.
Yeah.
I like everybody. It seems like the most popular styles in these types of games tend to be archery and magic, right? In almost every type of game like this that there is. But I've always preferred using like melee weapons.
Yeah, well, you know why archery and magic are more popular? It's because you can kill your enemies from a distance before they can come close enough to hurt you. That's probably why those methods are more popular, right?
Probably, yeah. But it's just never been something that I've been interested in. I don't find it as enjoyable as actually like being up close with my enemy. So it's a personal playstyle preference thing. And also, too, if you can develop a character to the point where you're tough enough to be able to actually take on enemies up close and in their face, then you can also rest assured that you're not going to run into too many situations where you're going to get one shot or something like that, right?
Now that I think of it, that sounds fair. Just shove off before the others notice.
Yeah, okay. Well, you know what? I went and I wasted a blood potion. But now, maybe, I can make up for that anyway. Yeah, let's do that. Hey? Yeah.
Get on your way before I change my mind.
And we'll just extract some blood. There. I got a blood potion back. So there.
But yeah, I guess for me, I like to be the physically meanest individual on the two legs, I guess. Right?
Yeah, like the sweater vest gamer says, you're a murder hobo.
Well, and apparently also a litterer, too.
Yeah, and apparently also a litterer, too, although that episode he was referring to was long enough ago that I have no idea what he was talking about.
It was probably one of those situations where I take a whole shitload of equipment and drop it on the ground.
Yeah, maybe.
Which, by the way, I can't tell you how many times I've had to kill all the guards in a particular town because they decided to come and pester me about that in Skyrim.
Yeah, pick that up. Right.
And I go, no, and then they try to find me, and then I just kill them all.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I guess you shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have charged me with that crime there.
Yeah. See, now I'm tired. Right? Boy.
Gotta love those needs.
All these needs. Yeah. Oh, who's this up here? Oh, it's just a hunter. That's still that dead vampire? Man, oh man.
Yeah, if only they turned to ash after being exposed to sunlight.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to, when I get to a cloud storage chest, I'm going to grab one of those vampire gems and I can change that setting. So that vampires turn to dust when you kill them. Because you can do that, right?
Yep.
It's just that for some reason, I think it's even the default that they turn to ash when you kill them, but
for whatever reason,
at some point I had it turned off, maybe just to see what it was like or something. I don't know. But really all it's like is that you end up with a inconvenient dead body laying in the middle of the road forever.
I mean, you say inconvenient. It's not like it blocks your path or anything.
No.
Consider it a road decoration.
It's just unsightly.
It's something for the children to play with.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's just like when there's an attack of some kind in the street in Whiterun, and then the next morning the kid's running down the street, and there's like 4 dead guys in the middle of the street, and the kid stops and goes, dead body at every single body, right?
Yep.
You'd think that the shock would wear off after the first couple.
Well, I'm perfectly okay with that, though, because I think that's one of the better voice lines that you can hear in this game, as opposed to some of the other voice lines that children say in this game.
Yeah.
Goddamn vegetable girl.
Yeah. Well, that's why I like things like, I know that not everybody likes the amorous adventures thing and all that kind of stuff, but that's one of the reasons I like that kind of mod, because it adds a lot of dialogue to characters, even to characters like Serana, who had very limited, even a well-developed character, because she was one of the better developed NPCs in the game. But even she has limited dialogue lines, right?
Yeah.
And, like the Amorous Adventure mod adds a lot of dialogue to quite a lot of NPCs.
Although if there was a character who I could strip the dialogue from, it would be Lydia. I want her to say nothing other than, I am sworn to carry your burdens forever and ever and ever.
Yeah. Well,
because that was the best voice line ever, and then they changed it because some group of people was complaining about it. It's just like, who the hell cares?
You know what? That's what mods are for, right?
Yeah, well, now I've got to make a mod to turn it back.
I think somebody probably already did.
Probably, but I haven't looked. But it's like, damn it.
I'm glad you're here with me.
But anyway, it's daytime, so we need to go in the house anyway. Yes, and I found out even at level 55, I'm still punching above my weight class. Like in that dungeon.
Mama, you're home. Did you bring
Well, let me see. Of course I did.
Did you actually?
No.
Iron dagger.
It looks like that's all I can give her.
Thanks. I'm glad you're here.
There, now she's got 2 of them. Okay, we're gonna grab one of those gem things. If I imagine, oh yeah, there they are. Vampire's Blood Gem. And if you have one of those in your possession, and how does that work now? Yeah, you kneel and there. So now, better vampire NPCs. Okay. So, vampires attack towns. Vampires turn to ash. Yes. There. See, I had it set to no. Right? And I don't think I need to... Vampires use blink attacks. Yes. Vampires use night cloak. Yes. Blood class weapons. Yes. Random encounters. Yes. Okay, allies. No. And that's done. Okay. There. So, not sure why he didn't just use the mod author didn't just use the MCM for these.
It could have even been a mod that was originally developed before the MCM.
Possibly, although it wasn't released until many years after Better Vampires was, right? Like it was an add-on to Better Vampires?
Yeah, or maybe the mod author just didn't want to have the MCM as a dependency. I suppose that's also
Possibly,
a possibility, yeah.
Possibly, yeah. But anyway, he sort of made his own little configuration menu. Okay, so we'll do a little bit of inventory management here. Don't have to do too much. Got this. Maybe we'll hang on to a couple of these things. Maybe we can sell them. I still haven't financially fully recovered yet from buying the house in Solitude.
God. I can't even buy the house in Whiterun, man.
Yeah. There she is. She's practicing with her dagger.
I knew you'd miss me.
Okay. So, have a quick look here. I don't think I picked up anything new, magically speaking. I'd have to do a bunch of inventory management with the chest thing anyways, so I think we'll just skip that. And we'll sleep the day away here.
Yeah, I just find the price to buy a house to be cost prohibitive. When you're spending all of your money every single level on heavy armor training.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that kind of frees me up from that is that the like Enai Sion, the guy who did the
I spend a lot of time at the market stall, so
Ordinator perk tree overhaul, he basically made it so when you take the first basic perk in either of the armor trees, then you gain a little bit of either light or heavy armor experience
just by wearing it.
Just by wearing it in combat, right? So that kind of frees you from needing to you know, like do the training thing constantly. If anything, for you, it would probably accelerate your advancement in that, because if you continue to train as well as gaining some benefits from the you know, like the perk overhaul, then you'd probably advance very quickly in it, right?
Probably.
It looks like Alum is at work right now in the temple of Kinnereth, where she works as a healer. And her and Nazim are having difficulties in their marriage. We have returned to share Debella's will with you.
My, how wonderful. I'm so pleased. I don't know who sent you here, but it's a true blessing. I appreciate your help.
I'm ready if you are.
Yes, milady. The goddess Debella shines bright upon you. I'd be honored to receive her gift.
Okay.
I can trust you, like the best of friends.
All right. So, looks like they did that Debellan Arts thing.
Thank you.
Were you looking for me?
What do you need?
Oop. Okay.
What in blazes is going on?
Oh, okay.
What exactly are you intending to do here? So great.
Allow things to practice the Debellan
My
Arts.
dear loving wife, just a typical wench entertaining common rabble. Please, don't make up nonsense.
Well, her road is paved with your failure as a husband.
If I had my way, you filthy Debella worshippers would get what you deserve. I shall go to the Jarl with this matter, and you'll be hanging from the gallows by morning.
Good luck with that.
I see. I trust that my wife will provide a more specific explanation.
Take care of
No
yourself.
idea you were a woman of Debella. Why didn't you tell me what you intended?
The gap between us seems to be widening. Debella knows what I want.
I'll have no part of this. Come on, we're leaving.
No, I'm not.
That's abominable. You would allow these
This
vermin
was as
to
stupid
violate
as
you.
a feud with Clan
Nazim,
Greymane.
you treat your wife like cattle. I am sorry, but you left me with no choice.
I beg you, please. Before my reputation is completely destroyed.
Always concerned about your reputation and the Jarl. Your wife and all your gold isn't good enough for you. Don't forget, I know something interesting about your business.
Ooh.
That's none of your business. And I appreciate if you wouldn't mention it again.
I'll keep your secret, and you will keep mine. Won't you, dear?
Very well. I can't stop you. Just a typical wench like that. Isolde, was it?
I'm sure he'll behave himself for the rest of the evening.
Sad. Put on a cloth sack at the very least. Farewell, commoners.
Yeah, you know what? I'd really like to put an arrow in him.
It's a lot more satisfying when you bash his head in with a warhammer.
Yeah.
Don't be put off by my husband's mood. As the years have passed, it's gotten worse.
Oh.
It came down to a disagreement between what I believe and what my husband believes.
And what is
My
that?
husband does nothing for this city. He's become obsessed with war and politics and treats people like rabble.
Mm-hmm.
As for my part, I do my best to see that folk are treated fairly. I use my healing arts in the temple.
Yes. Well,
Today, my husband's problems are not my problems, nor are they yours. Today we are joined in the ceremony of Debella's pleasure. So please, enjoy yourselves.
well, what about your marriage?
Well, you might not like the idea, but with your help, things will change for the better.
Okay, you ready?
Of course.
Okay. Now I gotta talk. Where did Serana go? Oh, there you are. I gotta go talk to Serana now.
I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here.
Okay. Well, that was Nazim again. I'm guessing that that's
That was
what we have to say.
unpleasant. I'd say they had a bit of a falling out.
Well, Alam
I don't like
deserves
anything more
better.
But I just can't help feeling bad about their marriage. Seems awful.
Maybe you can help her.
Maybe. Look, we'll need to be alone. Do you have someplace around here we can go with her?
Okay.
Yes. The kind of place where we can do things.
Okay, sure.
Good.
All right.
Let's get out of here.
Okay. So, this means she's going to follow? Yeah? Gonna follow?
Looking for my husband Nazim? Check the Jarl's
Okay.
back.
Maybe.
Maybe?
Side. That's you.
Let's see here. Alright, well, I guess we'll just go. Well, it's nighttime already. Oh, yeah, it was nighttime. I'm gonna have to harvest some of these one of these days.
Stay out of trouble, Elf.
Okay, well, the house is a little crowded too, but you know what? We'll manage.
There's too much shit and too many people.
Yeah. So we just have to wait for Serana to make it up the steps, I guess. There's probably somebody in the way.
Stairs are hard.
Stairs are hard.
Maybe you should get out of my way, push her up the stairs.
We'll just... Is here okay?
Sure.
It's just going to black out to a black screen anyway, so it really doesn't matter where we are, right? We'll just be right here on the stairs.
Hey, so talk to her.
Okay. Thought you would give her
That was the
Duella's
plan,
blessings.
yes. But she's not quite ready for them. I think you'll need to fix that.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, well, let me know when she's ready.
Alright.
I was just thinking you'd ping-pong Serana up the stairs.
Oh, you think I need to ping-pong Serana
Yeah,
up
you could,
the
like,
stairs?
deflect her off the wall there, and... I guess it depends on how high you have your get-out-of-my-way cranked up, right?
No, I don't have it turned up that high. Okay.
Well, you made progress.
Uh-oh. She fell off.
You lost her. You lost
Yeah,
her.
back to the drawing board. That's okay. You know what? We'll just because I think it's going to be hard to get it's like herding cats trying to get these NPCs. Okay.
Yeah. I know just what you mean. I know about the 3 traditional arts. But
Oh,
I only have
yeah.
2 of them.
Blah, 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 blah,
You
blah,
are
blah.
welcome to explore my body.
Okay.
I've also taken the liberty in preparing.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Okay. Oh,
Well, yes.
Yeah,
think you'll want
okay.
the backside.
That's
I
not
entreat
awkward
your
at all.
guidance And mercy for the blessings of Debella's third art.
As one does.
yeah. Okay.
Yes. Trust, is it not? I'm entrusting you with my pain.
Okay.
And when we are joined in entwinement, sharing this symbol of love,
Yeah.
it should hurt. A lot. I trust you will make it comforting.
Yeah. Okay.
This is part of the ritual. Don't worry. I'll play my part. I'm so happy we're together. Let's cherish the time we have for now.
Yeah. Okay. All I can say is, thank God it just goes to a black screen and we don't actually have to see that.
Yeah.
You came for me? Thank you.
Okay. Now what are we supposed to do here? Are we supposed to talk to her some more?
Men are all
Yeah, okay.
perfect. I thank you for your compassion and your kindness.
Yeah. Okay. Here's your mark of Debella from the priestess. All right.
Thank you. I'm glad we're friends. Come by the temple sometime.
All right. Yeah.
Only time will tell. But you've given us something to build on here. Thank you for sharing this blessing.
All right.
Are we ready then?
Yes, my lady.
Good.
Yeah, with all these workbenches and stuff that I added to the inside of the house, things
It's
are
actually quite crowded.
kind of crowded in here now. I had a lot of trouble figuring out how to shoehorn all this extra stuff in here too, right?
I can be free again.
All right then.
Okay, well,
It's because they give you all this useless shit that you don't need, right? Like all these tables and chairs.
well, they're furnishings though. I paid for these.
Thank you.
What are you supposed to do? Just sit on the floor?
Yes.
And the dog's in the way, and, oh, where'd she go?
I think she teleported upstairs. Oh no, she
Oh, no,
teleported
she's
over there.
Okay, now we gotta come back over here again.
I'm happy to help you run.
Okay,
any errands you
so
need.
did we solve her
Trust
problem?
me, she'll be fine. Right now. Just worry about me.
Okay.
It's like the sun itself in my skin.
Oh, she's glowing again.
Please.
Okay, what do we do?
Can't you tell just from looking at me? Come here.
Wow.
Hmm.
Gonna need to take some supplements or something after this.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, well,
You need something?
what are we supposed to do here?
I'm a
Yeah.
little woozy, but I'll be fine.
Yeah, it's not easy being Debella's champion.
Anyway, enough of that. I've spent enough time fixing relationships. I'm ready to kill dragons, I think. You know, that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Let's go
Thank
kill
you.
dragons.
But we kind of have to go back to the temple.
What
If you
for?
help me get back there, I'll be grateful to you.
Okay.
Good. Whenever you're ready, take your time.
And then she teleports away again.
Yeah, where'd she go this time?
It's just something about this
she's
place
over
being
there.
so damn crowded, right?
Yeah, probably. Because I probably
I would never hesitate
screwed
to
up
share.
some of the pathing in here when I did this because I added a lot of stuff, right?
I don't know if it's the pathing or if it's like they're teleporting because someone else walks in the way of the pathing.
Yeah, it could be a combination of maybe there's just too many people living here too, right? I need a bigger house. Okay, let's see if we can do something with this ghost blade. We need 3 ectoplasm, so it looks like I can temper this thing if we have 3 ectoplasm.
Damn, Serana, get out of the way.
Now I can't walk through the house either. Okay, so we don't have any ectoplasm here.
Maybe what's her nuts at the alchemy place?
Well, I might have some upstairs in this cupboard, right? Because I've been dumping alchemy ingredients in here. Oh God, now Lydia wants it too. Okay, ectoplasm. We got a whole bunch of them here. We got a whole, yeah, okay. We needed
Your
3.
pleasure.
Yeah, okay, sure.
I'm
We
devoted.
might as well take care of you too while we're here.
I'm tense.
Yeah, I know.
Yes,
Okay.
Thane. Please, let's make love.
Okay, sure.
To make love, please.
Yeah, Okay. Well, you
How can I argue
choose.
with that?
All right. Wow, after all this, I'm going to be exhausted. Gonna have to have a nap.
Hmm.
Okay.
That was delicious. I
Ah.
think all of Skyrim is focused on just the 2 of us.
Well, that's nice for you. Now, oh yeah, right. Tempering that. I should probably get my gear and stuff out too, right? Gonna do that because I made a whole bunch of that stuff. So my fur armor and my gold rings and all my other good stuff here, right? I might even have some smithing potions or something hidden away in here too. Blacksmith draft, blacksmith elixir, yeah.
I feel like we're happy together.
Okay, so I guess we'll do a quick wardrobe change here
Into all the smithing shit.
into all the smithing stuff. Okay.
See, in Oblivion, you could just stack, chain stack cast spells on yourself to boost your skills.
Yeah, but you can't do that here, so you have to be, go through this other kind of nuisancey kind of thing, right? Have I got everything?
It's so hard to tell.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I got left and right hand rings, right? And I got my necklace, and I got my fur armor, and I think that's the only 4 items that I can actually enchant with the smithing thing. Okay, so,
Don't forget your potion.
yeah, gotta drink the potion. Blacksmith elixir. And then here we go. Wow. Can't really improve it very much, eh?
Nope.
Okay, well, I guess we'll switch back into all our other stuff. That's why I mark all my regular stuff with favorite stars, right?
Yeah, so that you can tell what you had on before.
So that when I have to switch things around to do smithing or alchemy or whatever, I'll know what stuff I need to change back into it again afterwards. Okay. Well, that was, you know, not quite... Oh, okay, 66.
It just didn't show the right value when you smithed it up.
So it's still not as powerful as the Daedric dagger, but
I guess it's technically 69.
Yeah, it weighs next to nothing, so we might as well carry it around anyway, right?
Do you ever feel lonely? If you need some help, I'm ready.
Like, already? Jeez, we just spent the whole day doing that. Come on. Okay, so armor, ring, necklace, gauntlets. Yeah. Did I forget to put the gauntlets on when I did that? I did, didn't I?
I don't think so. Maybe?
No?
I don't know.
Well, anyway, I guess we'll catch up to it next time. Because I'm not even at 100 smithing yet, I don't think. Where's smithing? Yeah.
You're not even close.
I'm not even close, so probably I can do another round of improvement at some point anyway. Once I've collected enough gems and you know, that kind of stuff, right?
Yep.
Because that's still the fastest way to level up smithing short of training for it, right? And the thing about training for it is that the number of trainers available is somewhat limited.
Yeah, well, that's probably why people do things like the Iron Dagger thing, right?
Yeah. Because unless you want to join the companions, well, you know, then I think Yorland Greymane is a trainer, is he not? I think so. I don't remember. I know there's an expert trainer in Riften. Yeah. That guy in Riften is a trainer, but and I think there's also one in Markarth too. Okay, well, we'll sell him our glass mace of the blaze. Looks like that's about it for him. Okay.
Thank you very much for your...
Then I guess we have to be on our way to Markarth again.
All right. Well, maybe we should pause here for a quick moment.
Okay.
And we're back.
Yeah. So here we are on our way to Markarth again.
Well, that's okay. Maybe we'll be able to run into something else along the way to kill or something.
Maybe. Oh, now I'm hungry again already. Jeez. Oh, that horse gets around. Okay, I have that favorited. Oh, he's sitting down. I have to wait till he stands up.
You could use your get out of your way push.
Need something?
Yeah, maybe, hey?
Just fucking mug the guy. And quick, switch.
Yeah.
Hey, stop. Do that.
There.
Problem solved.
Yeah, because that's one thing they need to be able to, you know, like they need to technically be standing up if they're doing anything else, like sitting on a chair or leaning against, you know, a post or something like that. then you can't actually interact with them, right?
Well, that's why you do the get out of my way and give them a good reset.
Yeah, actually, you know what? That's a extremely useful mod. I can't believe how useful it is. Not just for getting people out of your way, but for getting them to behave in ways that you want them to as well.
Still, though, Bethesda should have made it so that NPC's movement takes priority over player movement, right? They should have kept it the way it used to be, where player movement took priority over NPC movement.
What is going on up here? Uh-oh.
Things are fighting with each other.
Yeah. Looks like they're fighting with the Whiterun guards. We'll get a little closer here. There. Okay. Hey, yeah, let's do this thing now. We'll do the oh yeah. We'll do the. Oh, I don't have that in there anymore. It changed because I tempered it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
The dagger, right? Okay. So now we'll do the elemental fury thing.
And now you're a walking buzzsaw.
Yeah.
Who's there? I knew I heard something.
There you go. Technically, you saved that guard's life.
I did. Who's he shooting at now? Okay, well, I'm not going to worry about that right now.
Are the guards going to fight and kill each other?
I don't know what's going on over there, but we still need to keep working on our vampire advancement here, so... There must have been something else over here, maybe a wolf or something, right? They were shooting at.
It just somewhat reminds me of some of the funny bugs you could encounter in Oblivion, where a guard assaults another guard, and then all of a sudden every guard in the place are killing each other, and then every time a guard kills a guard, it's murder.
Uh-huh.
So then all the guards go and they just continuously kill each other until they're all dead, right? And then there's one guard left standing.
Wow. I don't think I ever saw that happen when I was playing.
Yeah, there's lots of funny things that happened in that game. That's part of what makes it so fun and replayable and so enjoyable even after all these years.
Yeah. Well, to be honest with you, I don't remember if I played Oblivion as much as I played Skyrim.
I probably played Oblivion more than I did any other Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah. Because I know Steam keeps track of such things somehow. And according to, like, a while back, I can't find those guys now. Where did they go?
They're out in the bush.
According to Steam, and this was a while ago, like well over a year ago, I had spent something like 1,700 hours playing Old Rim, and another 3,000 hours playing SE.
Yeah, that's a lot more time than I ever spent at that, but yeah. I'd imagine my Oblivion hours are somewhat similar.
I don't think my Oblivion hours are nearly as much, mainly because I was still, you know, like working a lot back then, like working long hours and stuff like that, so I didn't have as much time for that kind of thing, right? I didn't have the time on my hands that I do now. Okay, well, I guess I'm not going to be able to eat those other two guys because I can't find them now. Maybe their bodies automatically clean up too, because that happens occasionally, right? Where their bodies will just suddenly disappear.
I suppose it's possible, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I between I guess they call it Legendary Skyrim, but lots of people just call it Old Rim. Oh, okay.
I don't know, I just call it Old Rim because that's what it is.
Yeah. But anyway, a lot of people Call it that, yeah. But anyway, between the two games, I've spent something close to, approximately 4,000 hours playing those two games, right? And that would be in all the time since those games came out.
Yep.
Which is, what is that now, like 12 years ago or something?
What was it, November 11th, 2011?
Okay, so close to 15 years now, 14 years.
Wow, man, you're making me feel old, okay?
It's been a long time.
It seems like yesterday that I went into the game store and picked up my Skyrim, okay?
Yeah, it's been a long time since Skyrim first came out, right? It kind of makes me wonder how much longer it is going to be before they finally release the Elder Scrolls 6.
Well, it's because they spent all this time re-releasing Skyrim like 50 times, right?
Yeah. Well, they pretty much had to do special edition because they had to fix a lot of the, like really serious problems that were in the original one, right?
Not that I minded, though, mind you, because, like, for example, one of the advantages of Whiterun is that it'll run on a potato, right?
Yeah, but I got tired of, like, I still have Whiterun on this computer, too. But I never play it anymore because it's annoying. The thing crashes like every 15 minutes and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, it does crash a fair bit.
And it's just annoying to try and play a game that you can't run for any length of time before it crashes.
Oh, you're a little bit pickier about that kind of thing than me, though.
Yeah, well, I just don't like doing things twice, right? And I don't even have it very heavily modded. I think I have less than 100 mods on that, too, right now. Like, I don't have nearly as many mods on my old Rim game as I have on this game, right?
Yeah, I'll have to get around to remodding all these things one day.
Yeah, well...
It took me like 2 years to install Fallout 4 on my machine, and then I still haven't like modded it yet. It's just sitting there. I haven't even booted it up.
The thing is that between the two of us, we've created about 30 or so mods that are in my Fallout 4 game too, right?
Yep.
So you've got like 30 mods that you already know work well that you could just install very easily because all they are is just ESPs, right?
Yeah, I just haven't done it. It's total laziness, I know.
Yeah. Well, then you probably wouldn't have time to play the damn game anyway, even once you did mod it, right? So.
Well, I think it would be a matter of, like, it's fine if once it's already modded, because then you just gotta flip it on and then flip it off again, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's more, I just have too many things taking up my time these days.
I don't know, I mean, I found that when I had to, like, I've had to rebuild my Skyrim game a few times, and I've had to rebuild my Fallout 4 game a few times too, because I did manage to mod them till they broke. More than once. But,
well, you see, the best part about it too is everything on a Linux machine for a Windows game is done through what they call a wine prefix, right? And so you can actually take that entire prefix and you can compress it into a compressed archive and then extract it on any number of other computers that you want once it's all installed and set up.
Yeah.
And so you could have like the same Skyrim game on like 4 different computers without having to set it up 4 different times.
Wow, is there ever a lot of, oh, miss me.
A lot of, casters?
Yeah. Come on, draw the bow. Okay, well, he's done. Okay, well, you know what? Oh well, Serana will keep him busy now. Maybe I'll recover some of my lost health due to the bleed effect here. Oh, now we got wolves too. Busy, busy, busy. Well, it doesn't really look like you got anything that I want. Maybe we'll extract some bloods. Did she make a zombie troll? She did.
Yep.
Wow, she's got some pretty powerful conjuration going on there. Be able to turn a troll into a zombie. I don't think I could do that.
It's just what she does, man.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
probably
everything.
master conjuration or something.
Yep. Everything is a zombie eventually when you're around Serana. Chickens.
Goats.
Yeah, rabbits. Trolls. Everybody. Okay, I've checked him already. Oh, look at that. This one had some useful things. What about you? Oh, okay, well, we'll take your gold anyway. Wow, look at this. This was like a three-way battle between trolls, saber cats, and Forsworn. Oh. Okay, check that one twice already. Okay, well, we'll continue on. Yes, folks, that's why you don't fast travel in Skyrim, because you miss doing all of these other activities that you would otherwise get to do if you travel the long way.
Like goddamn flower picking.
Yep.
And pausing before you collect each and every flower so that you can stop and look at it for like a second.
Uh-oh, what's going on here?
The inefficiency is scathing.
Oh, I don't think that giant likes us.
No, it wants to kick your ass.
Yeah, wonder why.
It's gonna send Serana up into the air, maybe.
I'm gonna end up shooting Serana at this rate.
Is Troll running away?
Yep, troll's running away. The zombie troll had a morale failure. There. Well, we're going to take your giant's toe, and guess we'll take your glass battle axe, too. Well, we got to do that flower picking, though, because all this flower picking all adds up to alchemy later. Or we could just take a massive shortcut for that. Looks like I picked some of these flowers on the way through the first time.
So you've got to master using the left stick and the A button at the same time.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm just not as coordinated as you are. I never did any kind of competitive gaming like
You got to do
did, and-
like a jumping 180-degree turn while moving backwards and pick a flower.
You know what? There were some moves, even in the Tomb Raider days, that I never mastered, right? What's these now? Dawn Guard guys. Ah, miss me. Yeah. Okay. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna gnaw on his corpse now then, because since he bled out and died before I had a chance to finish him. Oh, and then Serana killed him.
And zombified the other one.
Yep. That's okay. We'll eat him too.
Where'd you come from?
Oh, you're being attacked.
Again? What now? Oh, more of these guys now. Okay. Because once just is... Oh, look at that. There's a... What a confusing bunch of stuff going on here.
You've got Durzogs, you've got Vigilance of Stendar,
Yeah.
you've got more Dawn Guard guys. Everyone in Skyrim wants to kick your ass.
Okay, I've had just about enough shit from you. I happen to have that favorited instead of my usual thing here. There. Well, I'm pretty sure I have a shield around here somewhere too. Yeah. It has resist fire on it. Okay.
It's buzzsaw time.
Wow. There. Oh, now we got a zombie Durzog. I guess the zombie troll must have bit the big one.
Well, it did run away.
Oh no, I know what happened. The zombie troll was replaced by the zombie Dawn Guard person, right?
Probably, yep.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll grab that.
See, it's just getting too complicated to keep track of all these zombies, right?
Oh, look at this. I just gained a vampire level here.
Nice.
Gained 2 more skills. I am now a master vampire. Okay, well, let's see what that gets me. Okay, I've got 3 skill points to spend now. Okay, Master Vampire, Vampire Seduction 2. Okay. Alright. And what is Supernatural Power 1? Your health, stamina, and magicka are all increased by 50 points. Okay.
Yes.
Yes,
Get
please.
that one.
Yes, please. Blink attack. You can blink behind the current target from long distances and attack your enemy. You will exhaust your stamina while blinking. Night Cloak. If you have Night Cloak unlocked in Vampire Lord form, it will activate while blocking as a regular vampire. It damages all opponents within melee range and also drains their health. Okay, but it sounds like I have to have Night Cloak unlocked in Vampire Lord form. Which is something that I haven't done a lot of. So, what do you think? What's this here? Okay, draw upon. Okay, yeah. I don't like those self-cannibalizing things too much. I could get Invoke Fog. Okay, well, let's get Vampire Seduction 2. And we'll also get Blink Attack. We'll try that out. Eh?
All right.
Oh, look at this. He's just laying down there chilling, eh? Just like a dog. Oh, yeah, right. I killed that guy with a bite. Oh, look, there was some goblins involved in all this, too. Right?
Looks like Serana did that one in.
Yeah.
Judging by the ice trail.
See, you don't just get attacked by one thing here in Skyrim. You know, usually you'll get attacked by multiple factions at the same time.
Yeah, they just have wandering militias all throughout the country, right?
Yeah. Okay, you got anything interesting on you? Well, okay.
But remember, you should stick to the roads because they're apparently safer.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll have a stale blood potion, I guess.
See, it makes you wonder how the carriage drivers managed to get anywhere without getting killed.
Yeah, really.
There must be like an unwritten rule where everyone sees a carriage and they just stop what they're doing and let it pass.
Yeah,
even bandits won't rob a carriage.
Those things don't look like they move particularly fast either, right? They're like a big, huge, heavy wagon kind of thing with one horse hauling it.
Where'd you come from?
Here comes a troll.
Done and done.
Yep, even a bandit won't rob a carriage.
That's right. Carriages are sacred. They cannot be robbed. I think it's just about time to set up camp here because it's like daytime out.
Again.
So we'll set up camp. Oh, okay.
No, you're going to be doing some more fighting first.
Oh, a ferocious red wolf. Okay. Well, I missed. I guess the thing about archery is you have to actually arch your arrows, right?
Who's there?
Well, it is in the word.
Yeah. Unless you're close enough. Wow, that wolf had a flawless garnet on it. Okay, now I guess I can probably go in the tent, right? How much weight am I carrying around? Not too bad. Hey, look at that. I gained a bunch of extra carry weight, too. Right?
I wonder if that's also related to the stamina bonus you received.
Yes, I believe it is. Because my stamina is now, you know, like higher, 50 points higher than it was, right? I think that's how you can improve your carry weight in the vanilla game is by increasing your stamina.
That's right.
Yeah.
Not that you ever should do that, because you need to have health every single level up, no matter what.
That's right. You should never put anything into anything except health. Even if you're going to be a mage, there's ways around dealing with not having a large magic pool. Because you can get items like hoods and robes and that kind of thing that will help to improve your spell casting abilities.
But there are no ways around getting one-shotted from an arrow by a Draugr murder boss Death King.
That's right. Well, I actually did try, you know, like one time many years ago, I was playing a mage character and I was spending, you know, like my level ups on magicka, because that's what one does when you're playing a mage character, or at least so I thought. And then I got one-shotted by a bandit with a bow, right?
Yep.
And this was at level 30 or something. Like, I was like a fairly high-level character. It's just that I didn't have much health because, you know, I'd been spending all my level-ups rather foolishly on things other than health, right?
Yeah, and it's because no matter how much you level up, you don't gain hit points naturally in this game.
That's right. I don't. In a way, I kind of preferred the Oblivion level up way better than this, because in the Oblivion level up, you didn't actually specifically pick, health specifically for, or stamina. Well, thanks there, Serana. Or whatever, right? Like you would choose whatever you chose, and your health would increase, or your magicka or whatever would increase every level up based on your
attributes,
physical attributes, right?
Yep.
But since there are no physical attributes in this game,
yeah, they really dumbed that down, didn't they?
Yeah, and I think that they shouldn't have. I think they did that. They did a little bit too much with that, right?
Yep. Well, it was just another trend in a long line of trends leading up to this. I mean, there's a certain Diablo game that was never ever released that did away with stat point allocation because it was too complicated.
I don't think it was too complicated. I didn't find Oblivion to be that complicated a game. Really.
Oblivion wasn't complicated. Diablo 2 wasn't complicated. Skyrim, obviously, is very, very simple.
You know, like, really, what I would have rather seen is I would have rather them kept the well, it's just like the complaints that I've made about the Madden series too, right? In this series, they should have kept the framework that they had established in Oblivion, and then built on top of that, right?
Yep.
Because they had so much good stuff in Oblivion that they just like dropped.
That was actually one of my complaints. It's funny because looking back now, like, you know, by today's standards, Skyrim is a good game, but I remember in 2011 I was bitching constantly about how bad of a game Skyrim was and how it was dumbed down from Oblivion and how the only thing they did better was the melee combat and blah 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 blah, right? I had this super elitist attitude to it like 15 years ago. And now every game is worse than this.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Well, I don't know. I don't know why they seem to think that everybody needs to have things dumbed down, because most people are smart enough that if they are sufficiently motivated, they can figure things out, right?
And if they aren't going to put the effort in to figure things out, they shouldn't be playing the game.
Well, obviously they don't like the game well enough to take the time to figure it out, right?
That's right. And you don't get to be part of the culture if you don't like the thing that the culture is about. Yes, I'm a big fan of gatekeeping.
Uh-huh.
And I'm also a big fan of RTFM.
Yeah. Anyway, I talked briefly about a huge shortcut for alchemy.
Yes, you did.
Okay, so shall we?
Sure.
How much time have we got going on here?
We got an hour, 13 minutes.
Okay, well, maybe there isn't quite enough time, but we will at least go there and be there at a starting point for the next episode. And I will briefly explain what we're going to do, because you remember we passed the Red Lantern Inn a while back?
Yeah.
And I also mentioned that you have to go through a short quest in order to gain access to the Red Lantern Inn. Oh, more werewolves. Okay.
Where'd you come from?
Oh. I'm shooting blind there. I think I actually hit him.
You did, yep.
Oh, hit me that time. And that time. Okay, that's enough of you. Get my arrows back. Did you kill the other one? Okay, good job.
Looks like it.
Serana's actually pretty tough, you know, if she's, for as far as NPCs go, if she's a match for, you know, like one-on-one for a or a werewolf. Because werewolves are tough. There aren't too many things left in this game now that can actually hurt me, and, you know, like if werewolves are one of them. I need to recharge my bow again here, too. Although I must say that this bow, as far as using charges goes, is actually very efficient, right? It doesn't take much to fully charge it up again, right?
Yeah, that it is.
Where'd you
Oh. What's going on now? Goblins. Okay. Alright, we'll grab some of his stuff while we're here. Another goblin staff of frostbite. I'm not going to give any more staffs to Serana. She's already carrying like 10. Because she keeps using up all the charges, so I give her another one. But I haven't actually taken the time to clean her inventory out yet.
It's not that important.
Oh, here's their pet.
Another Durzog.
Yeah. Okay, here we are at the entrance to the cave. Cold Water Cave. So, the idea here is that we have to go through a little quest here, and we will end up with a key so we can go into the Red Lantern Inn.
Okay.
And, actually, people who are familiar with the Thuggy Smurf mods for Fallout 4 will get... There's a bit of an Easter egg in there, too, because there's actually a character who appears in both this mod and in that one.
Nice.
Yeah. And, you know, the Thuggy Smurf and crew kind of almost built a little bit of their own lore surrounding Skyrim and Fallout 4 in that, in theory, they're both the same world, or possibly parallel worlds with access between the two. But of course, Skyrim would be sometime either in the distant past or the distant future.
Yeah.
Right? In that world. But anyway, we'll get into that more in the next episode when we go into Cold Water Cave. And I think I'm going to switch my favorited weapon back to my Daedric dagger here again, because not expecting to be coming up against any undead here again right away.
And the buzzsaw works perfectly fine.
And yeah, against things that are not undead, actually the Elemental Fury Shout is awesome. So, anyway, until next time,
I'm RecV5.
I'm Sandman99. Hope you enjoyed this.
Have a good one.